The internet is littered with practical workout and nutrition how-to videos. It's actually amazing. Anything that we want to know when it comes to working out or eating to build muscle, we can find an answer for. That being so, from what I've experienced both for myself and with the clients that I've worked with over the years, those practical how-to videos won't be terribly helpful when it comes to building a significant amount of muscle until you've adopted a mindset that's conducive of accomplishing your muscle growth goals. See, your mindset, in a way, acts as a kind of foundation from you to work from. And if it isn't strong, you'll probably find yourself not getting very far. In this video, I'm going to do my best to articulate the mindset approach that has worked best for me over the years, in hopes that it will be helpful for you too. Just before we get started, it would be super appreciated if you like this video. Each like does a lot to help the growth of this channel. Thank you in advance. All right, let's dive in. To keep this straight to the point and easy to follow, I'm going to organize my mindset into what I would summarize as being the two most important mindset pillars that I've relied on over the years to make a significant amount of muscle growth progress. The first pillar revolves around managing expectations, and it's super important. From what I've seen, having unrealistic expectations is a means of dooming oneself to constant frustration and disappointment. Imagine having the expectation that upon rigorously practicing the piano upon a few months will lead you to transform into a world-class pianist. While it is absolutely reasonable to expect some incremental progress within that timeline, becoming world-class would be, for almost everyone, impossible.
That's impossible!
A more realistic expectation would be that becoming a world-class pianist would come from many, many years of rigorous practice, not just a few months of it. So if you were to have that unrealistic expectation and get to the end of those few months of rigorous practice only to find yourself falling very short of the expectation of becoming a world-class pianist, how do you think that would leave you feeling? Probably pretty disappointed, right? Especially after having put in so much time and energy practicing over those few months. From there, maybe you would keep trying, only to feel more disappointed, frustrated, and ever more miserable along the way. Or maybe it would lead you to giving up on playing the piano altogether.
I can't do this, Sam.
I think that many people fall into the trap of adopting unrealistic muscle growth expectations. And I think that that holds many of those same people from ever accomplishing their muscle growth goals. Here's an example of what is, for most people, an unrealistic muscle growth goal. Expecting to build something like 15 to 20 pounds of pure muscle over, say, 3 or 4 months. Or to transforming your physique into what's comparable to a super jacked Instagram model over that same amount of time. Accomplishing a goal like that is, for almost everyone, save for a few genetic outliers, practically impossible. And if you did, say, have an unrealistic expectation like that and find yourself falling very short of accomplishing it, there is a fairly high likelihood that you would be met by an uncomfortable wall of disappointment. What's helped me is adopting realistic muscle growth expectations instead. Here's what that looks like for me. Building significant amounts of muscle takes much more than weeks and months of consistent, hard training and regular healthy eating. It takes many years of it. In the midst of those years, however, you can and should expect to make small incremental steps of progress, where you see yourself improve in the gym and slowly start to see changes in the mirror. And over a larger time horizon of, say, many months or years, the small incremental steps of progress will add up leading to significant muscle growth progress. See, having all of that as an expectation leaves me never feeling disappointed, since why would it? If what I expect to happen happens, then I have nothing to feel disappointed about. And on top of that, seeing myself take small incremental steps in the right direction, like getting a bit stronger in the gym and slowly starting to see changes in the mirror, leaves me feeling excited and motivated to keep getting after it. This leads me to my second mindset pillar: orienting myself around delayed gratification. The prospect that building a significant amount of muscle takes many years of consistent hard training and mindful eating can be tough to digest. And for many people, it might not even seem worth it, especially for anyone who fails to work past their own proclivity for instant gratification. Alas, the rewards for consistently sticking with the process for many years are vast, and for many, they are life-changing. Such rewards can only manifest themselves through having the openness to walk the path of delayed gratification over the one of instant gratification. Delayed gratification is tough. In the context of building muscle, it means the ongoing sacrifice of working out and making appropriate eating decisions, and doing that without seeing any immediate rewards of making those sacrifices. You just don't wake up the morning after a hard workout with pounds of extra muscle.
Any better this morning? Any change?
Change? Yeah. Big change.
It takes a large time horizon to see significant muscle growth progress, and it takes having patience to stick with the process for long enough to see those gains. In this day and age, having the openness to take the path of delayed gratification and to adopt enough patience to be able to stick with it for a long time is extra hard, since so much of our culture nowadays revolves around instant gratification. In the context of muscle growth, for example, it's becoming increasingly more common for young men to start taking steroids shortly after starting to lift weights.
I look like a guy who's been hitting the gym.
It has nothing to do with the gym, you're on drugs.
I'm talking within a few years or even a few months of it. That's nonsense to me, since that amount of time isn't nearly enough for most people to learn how to lift with a high level of skill, nor is it close to enough time to put that skill into practice to build a significant amount of muscle. It's kind of like jumping straight into NASCAR immediately after learning how to balance on a bike with training wheels. If you take a step back, it just doesn't make much sense.
Oh my God, help me! I don't want to die! Oh, stop, drop, and roll! You're not on fire!
That's the path of instant gratification. And in this context, it's one that's usually hosted by a list of negative consequences. From what I've seen, many people vastly underestimate just what kind of muscle growth progress can be accomplished simply from sticking with the process for a long time. Look at any of the best and most well-known natural bodybuilders out there who have taken their muscle growth potential to their genetic limits, like Dirk Emmerich, Alberto Nunez, Jeff Alberts, Benjamin Schuster. How do you think they built so much muscle? Through consistently training hard and being mindful of their eating for many years. They sure as heck did not take any shortcuts. I truly believe that most people can wildly surprise themselves by what kind of muscle growth progress is possible simply from sticking with the process. So my mindset is as such: take and commit to the path of delayed gratification. Just commit and stick to the process. And that's it. By adopting those two mindset pillars, you'll be fortifying yourself with the strong mental foundation needed to build a significant amount of muscle. All right, I want to know what you think. Have you found that those same mindset pillars have been helpful for you? Or have you benefited from any different pillars? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more videos like this one. And follow me on Instagram too for more fitness content. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, lift hard, lift smart, and I will see you in the next video.